Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your job has totally changed. Money looks completely different, and AI is making massive financial decisions faster than humanly possible. Now, I know, that sounds exactly like a pitch for a science fiction movie. But consider this. The AI market is projected to add over $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. That's not some distant fiction, it is happening right now. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're exploring a massive financial revolution. Artificial intelligence, automation, and advanced technologies, they're completely transforming how we earn, save, invest, and build wealth. So, the real question we need to ask ourselves isn't whether this future is coming, it's whether you're ready for the transformation of money. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First, the AI wealth revolution. Then, investing in the AI era. After that, the future of work, followed by the evolution of money, and finally, the next big opportunity. We're going to break down this massive shift from the macroeconomy right down to your personal finances. All right, starting off with Section 1, the AI wealth revolution, from sci-fi to everyday reality. And this brilliantly illustrates what we're actually dealing with. We all kind of picture these Hollywood robots taking over the world, right? But honestly, that myth just completely distracts us from the reality. The actual revolution, it is fiercely practical and it's already embedded in our daily lives. Think about how Amazon uses predictive AI to optimize their global logistics, saving literally millions of dollars. Or how big banks are using machine learning algorithms to sniff out credit card fraud the absolute second it happens. Major corporations aren't pouring billions into building sci-fi Terminators. No way. They are investing heavily to skyrocket their productivity, slash operational costs, and generate enormous profits. To really grasp why this matters to your personal wealth, we've got to anchor AI historically for a second. Think back to the 1880s. The rollout of electricity created absolute industry titans, people like Thomas Edison and George Westinghouse. Then, fast forward to the 1990s, and the internet boom gave us a whole new wave of dot-com billionaires. Well, here we are in the 2020s, and it's the era of artificial intelligence. History shows us that whenever there's a dramatic technological leap in productivity like this, massive wealth creation just inevitably follows. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. Just like electricity and the internet, AI is a monumental breakthrough that's already minting new fortunes. Honestly, it could become the single biggest wealth-creating technology wave humanity has ever witnessed. Moving right along to Section 2, investing in the AI era, the new Wall Street. You know, back in the day, digesting company earnings, reading the market sentiment, poring over dense economic reports, tracking social media trends and global events, that used to take an absolute army of Wall Street analysts weeks to piece together. But today, AI-powered tools act like a massive funnel. They process millions of these data points in absolute seconds, and that empowers investors to make incredibly fast, highly informed decisions. But here is the really amazing part. To be a successful investor moving forward, you don't necessarily have to be the smartest person in the room anymore. You just need to be the person who knows how to effectively prompt an AI to navigate that huge sea of data for you. And the speed we're talking about is just staggering. Literally milliseconds. Advanced algorithms and AI-driven hedge funds are already executing trades way faster than any human possibly could. But hey, don't let that intimidate you. There's a flip side here that actually benefits all of us. At the exact same time Wall Street is speeding things up, consumer apps like modern robo-advisors are using those exact same AI tools to democratize investing for the rest of us. They're helping everyday people build diversified portfolios, automate their savings, and, crucially, they eliminate that emotional panic selling that, let's face it, usually ruins investment strategies. Which brings us directly to you in Section 3, the future of work, your evolving career. Now, it is absolutely true that some jobs are going to disappear. History shows us that technological change always replaces certain roles. I mean, 100 years ago, we literally had human alarm clocks, people called knocker-ups who tapped on windows to wake people up, and we had ice cutters working on frozen lakes. Obviously, those jobs vanished. But you know what? Nobody back then was a software engineer, or a social media manager, or an app developer. Today, those entirely new tech careers employ millions globally. So the big takeaway here is to alleviate those very real fears of job loss. Yes, technology closes some doors, but it always creates entirely new, massive industries in its wake. We're seeing incredible new opportunities emerging right now, but they do require a shift in focus. There is massive demand across the board. Take automation consulting, for example. Companies are absolutely desperate for people who can bridge the gap between their clunky legacy systems and these new AI tools. Or look at content creation and digital marketing. Prompt engineering is rapidly becoming a super lucrative skill, basically because it allows one single person to operate like an entire creative agency. It's wild. The future economy is going to heavily reward adaptability. Ultimately, your ability to learn how to direct AI is going to be far more valuable than your past static experience.
All right, let's look at section 4, the evolution of money, going digital.
So, blockchain and digital currency? Yeah, they are no longer just internet buzzwords, not even close. These are advanced financial technologies actively being utilized as we speak. Consider the fact that giants like JP Morgan Chase have developed their own blockchain networks to transfer billions of dollars every single day, and central banks all over the globe are actively testing digital versions of their own currencies. Their goal is to modernize and, in many ways, decentralize the traditional banking system we've relied on for centuries. Getting a handle on how digital finance works is rapidly becoming just as crucial as understanding how to write a check was 50 years ago.
So why are these massive institutions pouring so much money into this? Well, imagine trying to wire funds internationally on a Friday evening. Traditionally, it's a nightmare. It takes days, bounces through multiple clearinghouses, and hits you with hefty fees. But with blockchain, that exact same transaction can cost fractions of a cent and settle instantly, with complete cryptographically secured transparency. Whether one specific digital currency becomes the ultimate global standard or not, the underlying technology is fundamentally upgrading how value is exchanged across the world. The future of money is undeniably digital.
And finally, Section 5, the next big opportunity, the AI ecosystem. So the crucial point is, we need to zoom out to the macro level and look at where the actual wealth is being generated, beyond just simply using AI. How do you actually capitalize on all of this? Well, the biggest financial opportunity of the next decade might not be simply typing into an AI chatbot. It's about identifying the businesses and trends that make AI possible in the first place. We're talking about the semiconductor companies designing the processing chips, cloud computing providers storing massive oceans of data, and the cybersecurity firms keeping it all safe. Think of this exactly like the gold rush. The people who made the most reliable fortunes back then weren't always the ones panning in the rivers. The true financial winners were the ones selling the picks and shovels. Today, that means the companies building the foundational tools that power artificial intelligence. So here is your concrete 3-step action plan to prepare for what's coming. Step 1. Stay informed on tech trends. Right now, knowledge is absolutely your most valuable investment. Step 2. Develop future-ready, adaptable skills. Your main goal has to be learning to work alongside AI, treating it like your everyday co-pilot rather than some competitor. And step 3. Think long-term and stay patient. Seriously, so many of the greatest fortunes in human history were built by people who recognized major technological trends early and simply had the patience to ride out the inevitable volatility. Look, AI, advanced technology, and digital finance. These are not passing fads. They are powerful forces actively building the future economy right beneath our feet. The decisions you make today to adapt and learn are going to completely determine whether you benefit from this transformation tomorrow. Which leaves me with one final provocative thought for you to ponder. Will AI ultimately create more opportunities than risks? I would absolutely love to hear your perspective on this, so please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope it gave you the structure and clarity you need to navigate this digital gold rush. Keep learning, stay adaptable, and I'll catch you on the next one.